Today, we're going to make chicken and dumplings. Let's get started. We're going to work on our dumpling dough first, so the first thing we'll do is we'll pour in 2 cups of flour. Now we'll add 4 teaspoons of baking powder and 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt. Now we'll add the whisk on our mixer and we'll combine those ingredients. Now we'll add 2 tablespoons of butter and mix that in. The butter should create a crumbly texture with the flour ingredients. And now we'll add 1 cup of milk and mix that in as well to start creating our dough. Okay, it's starting to get a bit thick here now, so we're going to go ahead and switch the whisk out for the dough hook. And now that the dough hook is on, we'll let the ingredients incorporate into a dough. Not only does the dough hook mix the ingredients, but it also performs kneading to the dough as well, so it's dual purpose. Okay, that's good. Let's set this aside and work on the rest of the meal. We have our chicken here. We're going to get the fat trimmed up and we're going to fillet the chicken breasts so they're thinner. And that way they will cook faster and not become tough. We want the chicken to remain as tender as possible. Here we have a white onion. Let's get this diced up. Now let's chop up our celery. Now let's dice up our carrots. Now let's start cooking the meal. We've got our cast iron Dutch oven and we're putting some olive oil in the bottom and we're going to cook the chicken in that. We're also going to season with some salt and pepper. And we want to cook these till almost completely cooked, but not overcooked because we'll make the meat tough and we want it to remain tender. Now, both sides are pretty brown, so we're going to go ahead and cover this to cook them internally as well. Okay, our chicken is cooked. We'll remove the chicken from the Dutch oven. And then we'll add some butter to deglaze the pan. Now we'll add in our carrots, celery, and onions, and add a little bit of salt to get those cooked down. can see the liquid building up at the bottom. That's actually being released from the vegetables. We'll keep cooking these vegetables until they are almost fully cooked. Okay, the vegetables are cooked well enough. We're going to go ahead and try to clean the bottom of the pan a bit with the spatula, and then we'll add in our chicken stock. We're using 4 cups. Now, as we're waiting for this to come back to a boil, we're going to start shredding up our chicken and adding it to the mixture. Now we're adding some cornstarch. This will thicken our sauce. And then we're going to add just a little bit of cream. And we'll mix that in. And we'll let that continue to cook and thicken. Okay, the sauce is about ready, so we're going to go ahead and add our dumplings. Just taking pieces of our dough and laying it on top. We want to cover the entire area. And we'll let the heat of the boiling sauce cook the bottom. And then at some point we'll cover to allow the dumplings to cook internally as well. Okay, our meal is ready. Let's get this on a plate. Serve with the sauce on bottom and put dumplings on top. Enjoy.